Kitegeera. Temba mbadde mu nkwata. Nene wabiwulira sifaayo. Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Najjana Nkumbi. Today's press conference is going to be addressed by two people. Honorable Boniface Tuterebuka Bamwenda Amoti, our Chief of Electoral Affairs, and here with me is Mr. Ojobile, our Secretary for Electoral Affairs in FDC, and Mr. is going to be honorable soon, Okwera, our Secretary for Health. You're welcome to Najjana Nkumbi. We start with that part of elections where my boss is going to address you, and thereafter we address you on some other very important issues concerning the politics today in Uganda. Sir.
Thank you very much, the Chieftains of Information and Publicity. I concur with the protocol as already outlined, but specifically distinguished media practitioners and citizens. It's a great pleasure to address you and update you of what is going on in the electoral field. Of course, through decentralization, the party nominated candidates on various positions. This deliberate effort by the party to empower local leaders and offers them with an opportunity to exercise leadership while respecting the party constitution, electoral guidelines, and national laws. The party nominated candidates as follows: Members of Parliament 220, LC5 chairpersons 42, municipality mayors 25, LC3 chairpersons 480, LC5 councillors 601, municipality councillors 828, LC3 councillors 3,888, LC1 chairpersons 10,580. Of course, the Party Electoral Commission scheduled 2nd July, 12th July as dates for holding party primary elections. We are glad to report that the district electoral supervisors have handled the process with maturity. These hotly contested districts like Sironko held their primaries on Saturday, 5th July, while Kasese, Soroti, and Mbale scheduled their primary election dates as follows. Kasese, 9th July, Soroti City had been scheduled to start 6th to 12th July, and primary elections to elect MPs was 12th July. Soroti District had been scheduled to start 7th to 12th July, and primary elections to elect MPs was 12th. Mbale City Woman MP elections 11th July. Other districts are holding the primary elections in accordance with the party guidelines, constitution, and respect of the national laws that guide in elections. However, the party has put to halt the primary elections in 4 districts, that is Soroti City, Soroti District, Ngora, and Serere. This has been due to complaints about the voters' registers and other managerial complaints. However, the Party Electoral Commission is yet to schedule new dates for the affected districts. A letter was issued on 5th July, and we expect We expect the district electoral supervisors to follow the directive in totality. The FDC is concerned about the deliberate silence of the chairman, Electoral Commission, Justice Byabakama Mugenyi Simoni Arali, over a legal question in relation to compulsory verification of academic documents by candidates who wish to contest as president, members of parliament, and LC5 chairpersons. Section 5 of the Parliamentary Elections Act 2005, as amended, clearly shows that all citizens who attained their O-level and A-level from Uganda are not mandated to go for their equating or verification with Uganda National Council for Higher Education or Uganda National Examinations Board. This kind of reckless directive by Justice Byabakama is in total contrast with the law, and it can be equated to the overthrow of the national electoral laws. We expect a legal person in the capacity of Justice Byabakama Mugenyi to speak with authority and guidance from the law, but not from the point of lamentations. We therefore request the media houses to reach out to Justice Byabakama and to let him tell the country which law he's using to direct that all citizens running for president, MP, and LC5 chairperson must verify with the National Council and UNEB regardless. If Electoral Commission does not withdraw that statement, then the party will have to go to court and seek remedy before many Ugandans are robbed of the little resources in the names of verification of already certified documents. In that, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for God and my country, one Uganda,
one people,
one people,
one Uganda.
I thank you all. I submit. Thank you.
I think you ask questions after I've addressed yours. You combine the two, eh? Hmm? A bit laughter. Hmm? Ladies and gentlemen, there's been some talk which has been pervading the airwaves that some of our former colleagues are coming together to form some sort of alliance. Some of us are very, very happy, and we thank God that our brothers of PFF were registered. Remember, some time back I told you here that I'm one of the people who are praying that these brothers of ours are registered so that people judge them as an entity, as a political entity. Now God answered our prayers and we are registered. When we are talking here, a good number of them were busy doing underground work to fail FDC. By the time I told you this wanted FDC dead, most of you thought I was joking. But as the English say, the taste of the pudding is the eating. Everything now has come out openly that these people did not want to stay in FDC. They wanted it destroyed and start something else. But because FDC was very grounded, they failed in their episodes. I would have been happier if they had done as Ant did, from your party, campaign, and continue. But for them, even as late as last week, on the 4th, you must have heard it, some of you. They had a virtual meeting purportedly to wind up FDC. If it is not madness, then I don't know the meaning of the word madness. But they did it. They sat, they resolved, but that's life. Under the chairmanship of our former chairman, Ambassador Birigwa. Some of us who are close to some of these people, we respected them and we loved them. That's why when you had that long exchange, we were advising them, but in Proverbs. We are telling them that some of the people we are dealing with, you don't know them. One of them who didn't listen to us was Mr. Birigwa. He left here, he went the other side. Some people are choosing some people that they made him jump a wall, but even when he went there, he jumped a wall to come in. But to advise them that you are going with the people you don't understand. Some people did not leave FDC because FDC was bad. FDC has never been bad. It's a very, very nice party. Well grounded. Formed by the cream of Uganda then. Here we have Mr. Shibuka. He was teaching in a university. He got even a first class then. In his university, first class. Those are people from the FDC here. We had very, very important people from the FDC. Honorable Njuba. If we are to be greedy, we would have told the Besigye, Dr. Besigye, no, wait. I'm the one who recruited you. I'm going to be the boss. But let him do the work. Honorable Ruzindana was the IGG of Uganda. When he came here, he became the deputy to Honorable Alaso, who was the first-time MP then. Honorable Kasiano Wadru was a commissioner in the Ministry of Local Government. But he became what? Honorable Tetebuka here. He was a member of CA. Honorable member of CA. But he allowed to work under many people and was a deputy just. Honorable Chibuka was more senior to Chugundu. Some people don't know. Honorable Chibuka recommended Dr. Chigundu to be the governor, Bank of Uganda. Is it not so? He's there. He recommended even Chikonyogo. He was heading the economic department in the government then. There's nothing the president could do in Uganda without consulting him. These are the people from the FDC. Some of us came when we are young, but when we got those positions, we are respected. That's the party we know. But some of these people left this party not because they wanted something better, but maybe they did not want some leaders to be their leaders then. It's not surprising. I feel bad to talk about General Muntu because I worked with General Muntu more than anybody in FDC, personally. I did. I respected him, and there's not a single day he didn't support me. General Muntu, I'd be a liar if I told you that. But now you go to Katonga today. Eh? The extreme of the activists who are in defiance then are in Katonga. If you tell us what made you leave Najana Nkumi was defiance against strategy, whatever, structures. Eh? Now you got the people who are extreme then. You know those people. Then there's something which is not very clear. Maybe because you didn't want to be under Muriat, it may be the reason. That's why I pity my brother, my senior, Birigwa now. He went there, he thought he was dealing with the people he understands, but we wait for tomorrow. If Birigwa becomes the head of PPF, because when he left here with the highest ranking, he was the chairman, and they formed their party, PPF. But now it has come to the level of eating. You are going to see. You are going to see whether they will not tell him, right, for you are smelling smoke, you are overcooked. So let these nice looking people come and serve food. You are going to see tomorrow. Eh? So some of us know these people, but you don't want to go too personal. But what was hurting some of us, why do you want to kill FDC? You go and do your own things. But they wanted to kill it. It's just because it was grounded. and some of us were there. We could not allow that nonsense of theirs. Some of them look very big because they talk a lot, but they are not as big as far as strategy and organization is concerned. FDC today, we are elected to do our things in a quiet way, as I told you. There are some things that are coming out gradually. All of you must have watched what happened in Sironko. Eh? But these people wanted all those people down. That's why we are saying we are ready as FDC to cooperate with anybody who is not just there for media stunts, but who means what he says. Who takes it after the Njubas, the Chimera. Some of you don't know the Chimeras. There are some of the people who supported even the war with the cash. They are who studied FDC. That's why the people like Kategaya joined us here. The second RO002 joined FDC then. RO002. Museveni is RO001. Kategaya was 002. He was here. I'm the one who even welcomed him there. Eh? But you want to kill that party just because for you want to do your positions, I want to be so and so. Eh? And you form a party just because you want positions. And you want to kill a party just because you don't want an individual. Just be patient. This is for 208. Mr. Muriati cannot be a president again of FDC. He has served these 2 terms. Honorable Nanda cannot be a secretary general again. He has served these 2 terms. But you want to destroy it just because you don't want an individual. And these are the people who are, you heard them saying, for us we are the one who brought Amuriat. Against Muntu. Eh? Now they turned against Amuriat because Amuriat now acted as a president. I was surprised that General Muntu went there, but that's his choice. The good thing, he has been doing his things without antagonizing us. And now God has helped us. People who have antagonized us have formed their PPF. We welcome it. PFF, sorry, I'm sorry. PFF. And does not mean that in FDC, we agree on each and everything. That's why we form the party. So if you don't agree, you sit down and agree. Or you disagree. There are 2 cases I can cite for you. This is personal to me. For me, I was against Honorable Muriata appointing Honorable Wall. I was bitterly against it. I said, don't remove Winnie Chiza. I told him that I was defeated. I said, Winnie Chiza has made the office very, very powerful. Why did you remove him to bring a wall? But democracy dictated that I had to let it go because I was defeated. Even when we are removing Katuntu, Honorable Katuntu, I was against it personally. Say, how can you remove Katuntu who was now handling that COSASE at the highest level in the country? But because we are in the party, people reasoned me out and they brought in Honorable Munyagwa. Whether Munyagwa was better than Honorable Katuntu, I don't know. Eh? Maybe I was right, but I was the minority then. But that's a party. But should I move out of the party because I've been defeated? They are bringing a war, but I prefer to win Chiza. We are supposed to be the parties, whereby you have to also be democratic yourself. If you are defeated, you accept. Ladies and gentlemen, as FDC, we are going to bring a presidential candidate. If anybody wants to collaborate with us, cooperate with us, you bring also your presidential candidate. We sit in a room. We compare the candidates. Whoever is better, all of us support that candidate. But not for media stints. As you are doing this, what you capture the news. Whichever grows very quickly, that's how I say in my local language, dies very quickly. You wait for these people. The good thing now, Honorable Lukwago has a chance to lead the party. Maybe he has been fighting for that. Let's watch how we lead it. Honorable Birigwa has a chance to lead his own party. If by God's grace, he succeeds in being the chairman of that party. Because all signs show, when you are signing this agreement with Ant, I expected Mr. Birigwa to be signing on behalf of PFF. God, by the time he left the chair, but I heard General Muntu saying, we are waiting for Honorable Afulo Ogutu to come and sign. I said, hey, Where is Mr. Birigwa? Was he good at fighting?
Jumping.
For forming a PFF, and after forming PFF? But that's their business, not ours. But what we advise Mr. Birigwa, let him chill, as the young men now would say. FDC cannot be removed by small individuals. You will never. They sat in their meeting, they made their resolutions, but they are just wasting their time. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what I wanted to tell you today. Thank you very much. If you have any questions for him and for me, you can ask.
Uganda.
You may have some. Uganda? Fine.
Kakati okuwandiisa abaneesimbawo ekibiina kya FDC guno omulimu kyagukolera eyo mu madistricts. District electoral supervisors abakulira ebyobululu be bagenda nga bawandiisa nga basunsulamu abo bonna abaneenyigira mu byobukulembeze mu kamyufu ebya kibiina kya FDC. Kwegamba twakiteekawo tubawa amaanyi eyo mu bitundu ebyo bakole omulimu guno n'okulaga obukulembeze nga bagoberera ssemateeka w'eggwanga, guidelines etwabawa n'amateeka agalala gonna agakwata ku byokulonda oba kalibe etteeka lya palamenti oba lya local government n'amateeka ago gonna. Era we twogerera bammemba b'olukiiko olukulu abeesimbako twawandiisa 220, basentebe b'amadistricti 42, bamunicipality mayors 25, basentebe b'amagombolola 408, BLC5 councillors 61, bamunicipality councillors 828, BLC3 councillors 3888, ne basentebe BLC1 esookerako 1508. Akakiiko k'ebyokulonda kali kataddewo ennaku z'omwezi 2 ogw'omusanvu ne 12 zibe ez'okukubiramu akalulu kakamyufu. Era tubabuulira nti ba district electoral supervisors omulimu guno bagukoze bulungi nnyo. Era waliwo ne district z'olabira ddala eziri mu Kaasammeeme ng'ey'Esironko primaries bo bazikola ku Lwomukaaga ng'ennaku z'omwezi 5 mwezi ogw'omusanvu. Naye ate Kasese, Soroti, Mbale bo obumyufu bwabwe katugambe abayi Kasese bali bateeseteese 9 ogw'omusanvu, Soroti City 6 kutuuka 12 ogw'omusanvu ku kamyufu kaabwe n'okulonda ba MPs 12 ogw'omusanvu. Soroti District yo yali ya 7 kutuuka 12 ne kamyufu ka ba MPs 12 ogw'omusanvu. Nembale City omukyala akikirira City y'Embale nga kamyufu ka 11 ogw'omusanvu. Kakati districts endala zonna zigenda mu maaso n'akamyufu kaazo nga guidelines bwe twazibawa, amateeka ga ssemateeka w'eggwanga, ssemateeka w'ekibiina nga bw'alagira. N'olwekyo akakiiko k'ebyokulonda kwate ne kagamba nti mu bitundu ebimu musooke muyimirizeeko. Tujja kubabuulira mu district zino okulonda we kuyimiriziddwa ye district ye Soroti, ekibuga kye Soroti, district y'Engora ne Serere. Lwakuba akakiiko k'ebyokulonda kaafuna okwemulugunya naddala ku lukalala lw'abalonzi n'ensonga endala. N'olwekyo akakiiko k'ebyokulonda kajja kubabuulira ennaku empya zinaakomerako akamyufu kaffe. Era wenjogerera n'ebbaluwa yatuuka dda mu ba electoral supervisors. Ebbaluwa eyo nagiwandiika ng'ennaku z'omwezi 5 omwezi ogw'omusanvu nga mbulira ba district electoral supervisors mu district ey'Eserere, ey'Engora, ey'Soroti City, kuyimiriza okulonda okutuusa akakiiko bwe kanaababuulira ebinaddako. Ate kati akulira akakiiko k'eggwanga k'ebyokulonda omulamuzi ono Byabakama Mugenyi Simon atubuulire kyeyogera ku kulaba empapula z'obuyigirize ez'abaagala okwesimbako ku kifo ky'obwa pulezidenti, ssentebe wa disitulikiti oba memba wa paalamenti. Akawaayiro namba 5 akafuga etteeka lya olukiiko olukulu olw'eggwanga teeka namba ery'omwaka 2025 nga bwe bakyusakyusaamu 25 liragira ddala nti abatuuze bannansi abaasomera wano olevu bagirina ya wano elevu wazirina ya wano mu Uganda si kyatteeka kugenda eyo okupima empapula zaabwe, okupima empapula zaabwe oba zenkanankana n'eri elevu gye bagamba ng'olukikwetaagisa okugenda mu Uganda National Examinations Board oba okugenda mu Uganda National Council for Higher Education kyo kyeraga lwatu. N'olwekyo